Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel Stoic Directory, a great channel for your philosophical and thought-provoking journey. If you've ever felt disrespected or dismissed by someone in your life, you're not alone. Encountering disrespect is an almost inevitable hurdle in life. It can leave you feeling small, insignificant, questioning your worth. But what if I told you there's a philosophy that can equip you with the tools to not just survive these encounters, but to thrive? Today, we're diving into how Stoic philosophy can help you handle disrespectful people. Whether it's at work, in social settings, or at home, you'll learn practical approaches to maintain your peace of mind and dignity. Remember, your worth is not contingent on the fleeting opinions of others. It's in the way you conduct yourself, the choices you make, the integrity you embody. But first, let's take a moment to understand why respect is so crucial. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship, any functional society. But respect isn't just about how others treat us, it's also about how we perceive ourselves. When someone disrespects you, it can shake your sense of worth. It can make you question your value, make you doubt yourself. Disrespect has a way of worming its way into our psyches, burrowing deep and whispering insidious doubts. It can make us question our every decision, second-guess our every move. And that's precisely why understanding respect, true respect, is paramount. However, Stoicism teaches us that our inner peace and self-respect come from within and not from others' opinions. The Stoics recognize that true strength, true peace doesn't come from external validation. It comes from within. It comes from aligning yourself with a set of principles that transcends the pettiness of insults and slights. So how can we apply this philosophy to navigate the storm of disrespect? How do we cultivate that inner citadel of self-respect? Because encountering disrespect is not a question of if, but when. We live in a world where people are often driven by their own insecurities, their own internal chaos, and that chaos spills out as disrespect. But we don't have to be casualties in their storms. We can choose to rise above the fray, to embody a higher standard of conduct. Way 1. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics were masters of understanding the nature of reality, of dissecting the world into that which we can control, and that which remains beyond our grasp. They believed in the dichotomy of control, understanding what we can influence and what we can't. This is a fundamental principle of Stoic thought. So much of our suffering stems from believing we have control over things we simply do not. We rage against the weather, lament the actions of others, become imprisoned by circumstances outside of our direct control. This is not to say we should become passive. The Stoics were active participants, but they chose their battles wisely. They focused their energies on what they could control, their own thoughts, their own emotions, their own actions. When someone disrespects you, ask yourself, what can I control in this situation? Can you control the words that come out of their mouth? No, but you can control your reactions. This is where true power lies. Most people react to disrespect like a dog tied to a post, barking and lunging at every passerby, but you have the capacity to choose your response. Instead of allowing their words to affect your mood, take a deep breath. Step back from the immediacy of your emotions. Observe your anger, your frustration, without judgment. Acknowledge their disrespect, but choose to remain calm and composed. This is not about suppressing your emotions, but about mastering them. You are the captain of your own ship, and you decide how to navigate the stormy seas of disrespect. Focus your energies on what you can control, your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own actions. This is the path to true freedom, to inner peace. Way 2. Reframe the narrative. The human mind is a storytelling machine. It takes in information and weaves narratives. These narratives shape our perceptions, color our emotions, dictate our actions. When we're met with disrespect, our minds spin narratives of victimhood, of injustice. We ruminate on the offense, replaying the scene over and over again in our minds. But what if we could rewrite the script? What if we could reframe the narrative, shift our perspective to see the situation in a new light? Instead of viewing their disrespect as a personal attack, try to see it as a reflection of them, not you. Remember, hurt people hurt people. The person who disrespects you is acting out of their own pain, their own insecurities. This perspective can be incredibly liberating. It allows you to detach emotionally from their behavior. It allows you to see their disrespect, not as a reflection of your worth, but as a symptom of their own internal struggles. When you reframe the situation, you hold the power of your own perception. Choose to see the situation through the lens of understanding, of compassion. This is the path to emotional freedom, to inner peace. Way 3. Set boundaries respectfully. Stoicism is often associated with self-control, with discipline, with the ability to withstand hardship. But it's also about wisdom, about understanding the world around us and acting in accordance with nature. And part of that wisdom is recognizing that boundaries are not selfish, they are essential. They are the fences we erect to protect our own psychological and emotional well-being. If someone continually disrespects you, it's crucial to set clear boundaries. This is not about being aggressive or confrontational, it's about being assertive, about clearly and calmly communicating your limits. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow, by what you tolerate. Communicate your limits calmly and respectfully. You might say, "I appreciate your input, but I prefer constructive feedback." Or, "I understand you're upset, but I'm not comfortable with you speaking to me in that tone." Setting boundaries can be uncomfortable, especially at first, but remember, your primary responsibility is to yourself, to your own well-being. So don't be afraid to set those boundaries, to communicate your needs clearly and respectfully. It's about creating a life where you can thrive, where you can be your best self. Way 4. Practice empathy. Now this might seem counterintuitive. Why should we practice empathy towards those who disrespect us? Shouldn't we be building walls, not bridges? But remember, Stoicism isn't about becoming cold and unfeeling. It's about cultivating wisdom, about seeing the world clearly, and acting with virtue. And sometimes the most virtuous path is the path of empathy. Remember, everyone has their battles. The person who disrespects you may be carrying a heavy burden. They may be struggling with their own demons, their own internal chaos. By practicing empathy, you can understand that their disrespect may stem from their own challenges. It doesn't excuse their behavior, but it allows you to see them as human beings, flawed and struggling just like the rest of us. A simple acknowledgement like, "It seems like you're going through a tough time," can diffuse tension. This doesn't mean you have to condone their behavior or allow yourself to be mistreated. It simply means you choose to approach the situation with a degree of understanding and compassion. Empathy can be disarming. It can break down walls of defensiveness and create space for genuine connection. And in a world often starved for empathy, choosing to practice it, even in the face of disrespect, can be a radical act of kindness. Way 5. Know your worth. This is the core, the bedrock, the foundation upon which all else stands. If you don't know your own worth, if you don't have a solid sense of self-respect, then the opinions of others, their disrespect, it will cut you to the core. Your self-worth should never be determined by others. It shouldn't be contingent on their approval, their praise, their validation. It should come from within. Stoic philosophers emphasize that we are all inherently valuable. We all have a spark of the divine within us, a capacity for reason, for virtue, for greatness. Remind yourself, you're enough. You are worthy of love, of respect, of dignity. Not because of what you do, not because of what you achieve, but simply because you are. When you know your value, you're less likely to be shaken by others' negativity. Their disrespect becomes a reflection of their own shortcomings, not yours. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. If you carry yourself with confidence, with self-respect, you're more likely to command respect from others. And if they still choose to disrespect you, well, that's on them. So stand tall, know your worth, embrace your value. For more insights into Stoic wisdom and personal growth, let's build a community that supports each other in living our best lives. Thanks for watching and see you next time.